Hello. It's Beanie Tompkins here. I haven't done a video for a little while, so I apologise if you've missed me incredibly. Lots of things have been happening, big move, lots of different things. Excuse my sniffles, I've got a bit of a cold at the moment. I wanted to take the opportunity of sitting in obviously beautiful sunlight and the river and everything that's not the opportunity I was taking. That's just an extra part. I want to take the opportunity to explain something. A lot of my clients have been coming to me and talking about things that are really challenging at the moment, and are showing up for them in a bigger way than they ever have before. And most of them are things that they felt like they dealt with. It is a really challenging time for a lot of you, a lot of us. Like, no one is left out of this, no matter what level we're on, no matter what the healing or anything like that. It is all relative. So I caught up with a dear friend this morning, and we were talking about the whole process. And she's a sister. We've sat in many a ceremony together, many healing journeys together. We have a lot of healing wisdom to teach others, including ourselves, for each other. And she's just been through this massive process as well, as we all have, in bits and pieces. And the analogy that came out of my mouth, which made us sort of cry laugh, which was good, so I thought I'd share it with you. And I basically said to her, we all have a ticket in some way, shape or form to this awakening process. So whether you actually went online and bought a ticket for your flight, or whether it's something that your body or yourself has done, your being, I should say, has done for you on a subconscious level or just on a knowingness level, it's kind of irrelevant. Sooner or later, everyone will buy a ticket to the awakening flight, which just means coming into a more conscious version of yourself and being really aware. And I said to her, basically, you're all cool and good and you think you're going to get on the plane, and then you forgot to take your laptop out of the bag at the scanning machine, or maybe you've still got your belt on, or thanks, Pepper. Or, you've got tweezers in your makeup bag and you can't come on the flight with tweezers. And it's a similar process to really now it's a really true time. Like, it's a really honest time. It's a really embodiment time. So the way I've explained it to people is we're decompartmentalizing everything that we've ever known, everything we've ever thought of, how we've thought of it. We're pulling it all apart and going, is there any stone left unturned? We're going to flip it over and look at it, and that's why we feel like we've looked at it before. But now it's like we're going to decompartmentalize the way you see things, the way you've been taught things, the way you've always viewed things, because it's an old, restricted paradigm. And then you'll have this moment of nothingness where you just go, fuck, I don't even know who I am anymore. I don't know what my beliefs are. I don't know where... I don't even know. It's like that. You just go, I can't even find the words for it, because I don't even know. Everything that I held on to as a structure to know, to believe, to, in an ego space, identify yourself with, is being smashed apart like it's never been smashed apart. And for some, it's incredibly fucking painful, because this was your shield, this was your identity as such, but it's not your identity. It's just parts of you, and most of it came from an ego space. So all that's happening now, and I say all that's happening like it's a pinch of salt, but it is massive for some people, and it's incredibly painful, is that you want to get to the next stage of your enlightenment, your awakening, your embodiment in this humanness that we are. And to do that, you cannot take distorted realities with you that aren't true anymore. So when you show up with your ticket for your flight through this awakening process, and you get stopped because the scanners recognize that you're still carrying something, and maybe it's tweezers, maybe it's hairspray, maybe it's a knife, maybe it's as big as a bomb, who knows. But whatever it is, the cosmos, the universal scanner, is going to stop you in your tracks, and it's going to say you can't go any further with this vibration inside of you. And the sooner you stop, you pull it apart and look at it with new fourth, fifth dimensional eyes from a higher level of consciousness, and go, oh, I was doing that, or I thought that of myself. Okay, I'm going to dive headfirst into that, and not even am I going to own it, I'm going to love the fuck out of it. I'm going to understand it. I'm going to look at this shadow and go, wow, if I just add light to this, then it's not a shadow anymore. Or why would I even think that of myself? Who was that person that I thought that of? And truly bring that person back into you, into that wholeness. We've all talked about, you know, inner child work, little child, past life healing, all that stuff. It is that. It is finding any shadow, any distorted reality that you have of yourself, bringing it to the surface, changing the direction. You've been looking at it the whole time from here, and all of a sudden all that's happening is you're going over here to look at it. That's it. Just changes the angle. You look at it differently. You go, fuck, that's not so bad after all. Or maybe that's so bad. I've seen that as such a horrendous event in my life that I'm going to love myself even more because of it. So you look at it so differently. It just is a distortion. You add the light to it, which raises the frequency, and then you can go back with your ticket and go through the scanner again and see if there's anything else. But this is a surrender process like we've never surrendered before. This is an embodiment process as the final step like we've never had it before. A lot of spiritual people are really scared of the physical part. It's like we live up here and, you know, how do you bring it down into here? And then other people are so much down in this unconscious third dimensional realm that they don't have a connection. And it's bringing the two together in true form, not in ego form, not in distorted form, not in beliefs from old time form. It's breaking out those paradigms. So really, really honor yourself, decompartmentalize who you were so you can build the real you, the true you now. Yeah, old identities, see you later. Thank you very much for your lessons. Now I'm coming into my true identity to honor that. And if anything feels uncomfortable, I am going to look at it. I'm going to go right in and I'm going to look at it so hard with everything I have, so I know it like an old friend. I know it from the inside and out, and I'm going to add light to it. I'm going to love the fuck out of it. I'm going to realize that all I need to do really from that is love this person who is myself, give myself a break, and go, as with everything in life, this is a process. It too shall pass. But what is on the other side is the most peaceful. Thought the camera was broken, didn't you? I just stayed at peaceful because that's what it is. It's stillness. Yeah. Stillness. So have fun with it. Enjoy it. Dive head first into the distortion, the shit, the shadow, whatever it is that you're feeling. Work it out. Why do you see it the way you see it? Look at it from the other side. Love the fuck out of it and be still. I love yous all, and I hope you're enjoying your beautiful day at the risk of rubbing it in if you're in Melbourne or Alaska or somewhere. I'm sure it's amazing there too. But if you have any comments, please leave them below. I'd love to know your thoughts on it. And if you have any stories to share with me too, that'd be good, or questions, because I love talking about this stuff. So if you have a question that you'd like me to answer, I would love to start doing that too. So I Am Beanie is my Facebook page. I Am Beanie is my YouTube channel. And I am Beanie Tompkins. See ya.